name is Tony and I'm the co-founder of the HYA Company. I know some of y'all, like my regulars, are looking at this video like, this is a different setup. What is she doing? All right, y'all. So as candle makers, I feel like we just take everything serious, and even as just like a regular entrepreneur, we just take things too serious. Like, we don't ever get time to rest. Like, you know, business is business, but don't forget to have fun, y'all. And honestly, think about it. When you chose entrepreneurship, like you probably left for 9 to 5. I mean, I still work a regular job and do this on the side, but for some of y'all out there, like, this is all you do, like pure, like bare entrepreneurship, no going and clocking into somebody else, like somebody else's work. And so you chose entrepreneurship, so just so that you can have more freedom. So why did we choose stress? Did we choose entrepreneurship? I mean, we really chose both, but also don't forget to have fun while doing it. Like, this is your business, this is your job. Just don't forget to have fun with it.
I've been suffering. I suffered for 19 years. It's time for me to shake my on a yacht.
So yesterday when I was thinking about like how I'm gonna do this candle making video that I wanted to do, I was like, I really don't feel like doing this, but I need to post a video. So what video can I do that will be fun but still serve the audience that, you know, that comes to watch my videos? And so I thought, why just not sit and talk about like basically the confessions of a candle maker. So if you're interested in that, please stay tuned. Okay, so before we get into the confessions, we have a drink, y'all. And if you're with me, like if you're watching this video, you're a candle maker, you're an entrepreneur, business owner, whatever, y'all don't forget to relax. If you're of age, get your wine out, whatever you drink, get it out. Today I'm drinking, I don't think I had this before, it's the Stella Rosa pineapple. Looks like this. And I've got my wine glass, so we're gonna pour our drinks together and get into this tea, okay? Y'all, I just put lotion on. Okay. Okay, cheers. Y'all, cheers. We're gonna do a cheers together. So get your drink, pour it up, whatever. We're gonna cheers to one, entrepreneurship, but also taking the time to relax. Like, you worked enough, it's the weekend, it's time to relax. So clink clink. Y'all, that's really childish, but cheers, okay? This is really good. It took so long to set this video up. This drink was like, I had it in the freezer. It's not even that chilled anymore, but whatever. I'm gonna sip again. Lastly, y'all, sorry, before I get into this, disclaimer, these are just my opinions. This is how I feel. I'm not talking for every candle maker, but if you're a candle maker and you feel the same, please comment below and let me know like what type of time you're on, okay? So the first one, hence why this video was even thought of or being made, is I literally hate making candle videos. Like, y'all, I know it's a candle channel. I know like we're showing y'all, well, talking for myself, I'm showing y'all what I'm doing, the wax I'm using, fragrance oil, everything. But the time that it takes, it's like by the time I done bring the, and see, it's probably easier if you have 2 cameras or a camera and your phone, 2 ring lights, more than 1 tripod. It's probably easier, but me, I have my phone and my tripod, and so it's like I have to move the tripod from my table that's back there to the kitchen, then back to the table, and it's just so much work. I have to make sure I have the right angle. By the time the wax came off of the stove and I bring it over here, I mix the fragrance oil. Now it's time for me to set up again. I have to put the wax back to get a little, you know, bring the temperature back up. It is a lot. It is a lot making a candle video. Like, it could easily be 10 minutes worth of clips that you see, but it'll be over an hour to make 2 candles. Like, when I do like say if I did a testing candle video or the Wax Wednesdays, y'all, that it took forever, but it's like that's something that I wanted to do. I wanted to show you, like, I like showing y'all stuff, but the process behind it is a lot. So my first confession is I hate making candle videos. I'm sorry y'all, but I really hate making them. Gonna take another sip. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and visit our website at HYACo.com. The second confession is, even though I get on here and I make candle videos, y'all, I'm not an expert in the slightest. Like, the way I learn is the same way y'all can learn, but I feel like because I went and looked up the information and I brought it here to y'all, it's an easy way for you to get the information, as opposed to having to go to this site, watch this video. It's like all of that knowledge that I've learned into one video. However, I'm still not an expert. Like, I'll make mistakes by choosing the wrong wig, not like selling them, but like when I'm testing and stuff, like choosing the wrong wig, doing something wrong, measuring something wrong. Like, I still make mistakes. I'm not an expert in the slightest. Like, sometimes it'll be questions and I'll be like like, I really don't know. All I can do is tell you, hey, go look here, try this out, maybe this, maybe that, but I'm not an expert. Like, and also I just started doing this probably like I just started making them at the beginning of the year. So I know it's people on YouTube that make candles way longer than me, and they'll know more than me, but at the same time, like, they're still not experts, you know? So we're not experts. We still make mistakes. That is my second confession. The third confession ties into the one I just said. But y'all, Google is my best friend. Like I said in the second one, I'm not an expert. And sometimes people will be like, hey, what is this? Or how do I go about this? And I don't know the answer to that. And so when I see a question like that, I just take y'all question, go to Google, type it in, and however, like, I get the answer, obviously from a trusted source, then I'll go back and be like, hey, found this ... and tell you what it is. Maybe you could go about it this way. But y'all, like I said, I'm not an expert, so Google is my best friend. That is how I learned most of the things that I do know now, in conjunction with YouTube. It's just Googling YouTube. You just have to use your resources, and then trial and error, of course. Like, you have to do it to, you know, it's like you could read as much as you want to, look at everybody else as much as you want to get like the information that you want, but you have to try it yourself. My fourth confession is something that I still struggle with and I'm trying to break away with, which y'all will kind of see in my next video when I actually be making candles. Or maybe it'll be like a haul or something, but you'll see in my next couple videos. But y'all, I only want to make the scents that I like. Like, for instance, I do not like food type candles. It is not my vibe. I just like fruity candles, like mellow vanilla candles. Like, I could do those toned down scents. But when it comes to fall and pumpkins and trees, when you get into Christmas and all this other stuff, I cannot walk past Bath and Body Works. Like, it just smells, it's not for me. And so I'm only interested in making the candles that I want, but I can't do fruit scents all throughout the year because it's seasons to it. Like, you have your spring candles, your summer candles, your fall candles, and your winter candles. And those are all those are all different types of scents. Like, you have your florals, your fruities, your basically food candles, and then what is it called, like balsam fir, basically that for Christmas. Like, I'm not really interested in making those scents, but it's what your audience, your customer, your target audience, that is what they need for that type of year. I mean, yeah, you could still have your fruity scents available, but you need to know, incorporate new scents for the season that we're in. But even though I'm gonna do it, it's like, I really just want to make the candles that I like. And even for the summer candles that I do like, it'll be some scents that people like, and I'm just like, For instance, like, I had to push myself out my comfort zone with these fall candles that you will see. And one of the candles that I made, it is not Beach Trip, Sunset Boulevard. Sunset Boulevard, like, I could deal with it, but it's not my favorite. But when we went to the farmer's market, I feel like that was the top for everybody. Like, oh my gosh, I love this candle. I was like, I'm glad you love it. I'm glad you do. When something's like hot, like it's heated up, it enhances the scent. So it's like, imagine when you don't like a scent and you're sitting there over this hot wax and oil stirring it, and that's how you smell it, something that makes you nauseous, something that is not your vibe. That is why I'm really not interested in making scents that I don't like, but I'm gonna still do it because, you know, it's part of your job. The fifth and final confession that I have, which is kind of what I talked about in like my 7 things I wish I knew video before starting a candle business, is the shipping part. My 5th confession is I do not like shipping candles. Like, I swear, every time I sit down to ship a candle, it's just like, I just wish I could throw this in a bag and it get there properly, like all in one, not broken. But I know that's not the case. I feel like it's just too tedious of a process. Like, I have to put the construction paper over it, make sure that the eco-friendly type bubble wrap honeycomb thing doesn't scratch the packaging. Had to throw in your, what is it called, your packing peanuts, all this other stuff. Like, the shipping part is very time consuming. Like, I'd rather just have a storefront and have people buy it and just put it in a bag. And on top of all of like the extra padding that you have to do with the candles, the stress behind it, I think that's one thing that kind of sends me like, makes me anxious when it's time to pack, is that I pray after all of this padding, all of this work, all of this time that I've now put into packing this candle, I just pray that it gets there in one piece. One, in the summer, I hope it doesn't melt, like when I put it into the insulated like mailer or whatever. And I hope it doesn't crack. Like, I try to think of the worst situation that could happen and prepare for it with extra padding. But y'all, those are my 5 confessions of a candle maker. Please, if you're a candle maker, and even if you're just starting up, you haven't launched your businesses yet, please tell me y'all confessions in the comments below. Also, let me know if you like these videos. Like, sometimes I like to switch it up. I don't always want to be in the kitchen. You know, if you watch the video, I don't always want to be making candles. Like, I want to sit and talk with y'all as well. So let me know if you like these type of videos. Also, if y'all want this to be a series, which I hope y'all do, let me know in the comments below, and let me know what you would want me to talk about, so us as entrepreneurs or people who want to get into full-time entrepreneurship like myself, we could take this time to sit and relax. If you don't drink, you can drink some cranberry juice, whatever, eat, really don't care, and just sit and talk together. Listen to me talk, but let me know if y'all like these videos down in the comment section below. Don't forget to watch the other videos on our channel. I'll link one in the cards above. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.